Good morning, Pelham Road. Well, today our time together is sponsored by our YouTube station at Pelham Road Baptist Church. I invite you to go there and subscribe so that you can get notified every time we put up a new children's story or a new devotion or a new anything. So, YouTube, Pelham Road Baptist Church. All right. One more little announcement to get out of the way. It's been since we last had a devotion. John Prine has died, and I know some of you don't know who John is, but others of us know him and have followed his work for years. And this is an album cover that I have of his that's framed, and he did such hits as Souvenirs, Sam Stone, my favorite, Paradise. Another one that he did with Iris DeMents called In Spite of Ourselves. Angel from Montgomery is what you may know him best for. And This is the Way the World Goes Round. So, if you haven't listened to John Prine before, take this opportunity to introduce yourself to a new musician. We are afraid of what we don't understand. New technology scares some people. New relationships scare other people. Standing at the threshold of a new job, even though you may be excited about the opportunity, is still full of anxiety. Our imperfect maps of how the world works have many blanks. And like the drawers of those old ancient maps, when we don't know what exactly to expect or what to imagine, we just write in, "Beyond here lie dragons," and we expect the worst. And further, oftentimes we're afraid of the wrong things. We live in a fearful society. Our goodbye salutation, do you know what our goodbye salutation is oftentimes? Kids are about to leave, or your spouse is about to leave, or your parents are about to leave, and you say, "Now y'all be careful. Be full of care. Be very afraid." Advertisers stroke our fears as often as they can. They know that fearful consumers spend a lot more than satisfied people. So we spend our time afraid of things like flying, when there are really many more dangerous forms of travel if we just look at the numbers. We are persuaded that our real threat is some sort of foreign nation who means to do us harm, when the real threat may be the surveillance culture that we have constructed in the name of safety. Many fears dominate our lives. The fear of intimacy, aging, failure, death. Yet there is very little meaningful conversation in church or in our homes to address these very natural feelings. The kitchen table should be the place where we speak of courage in the face of fear. The ride to school should be full of optimism. What does it say about us that we so seldom talk about these difficult but important matters? Our fears need to be faced. And for this to happen, they must first be spoken. It's a little ironic that we ignore the real risk to our children's happiness while worrying so many times about other concerns. Possibly, accidentally, transmitting to our children that the world is too dangerous a place. You see, we worry about them smoking or drinking or engaging in dangerous sexual activity. We put bumper stickers on our car applauding their success because we're afraid that they won't think that they're good enough. Yet the real risk that our children face is something quite different, something we've probably never even thought about. The real risk our children face is our example. How are they learning to be married? What are they witnessing about forgiveness? Do they see us read books? Do they witness us drinking too heavily? Do they see us being affectionate to our spouse? Do they witness us being generous to others? Not being affectionate and not knowing how to forgive, those can be fatal to long-term happiness. Yet we worry and fret about their extracurricular activities and whether they have enough on their adolescent resume to get into the college they want to get into. In Scripture, we read that the fruit of the Spirit is love and joy and peace and patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And against such there is no law. But that is a risky curriculum. Fear of the stranger is not on that list. Being popular is not on that list. To teach this curriculum is to believe being kind is more important than being fashionable. And being generous is a sign of love and faith. And having self-control, that's more valuable than being the valedictorian. Y'all have a good day.